I've got my next fish into quarantine, a nice lyre-tail anthias and a pair of ocellaris clowns, all of which are feeding quite happily. And those clowns have got particularly sharp and bright markings, so I'm very pleased with them. So they've got just under 4 weeks to go, just observation really. I don't treat them with anything just out of hand, just see how they go. I've also got 4 frags from mailordercorals.com, acclimating right now. I've got a dragon soul favia on the left, an Australian candy cane. The next one is a ceratopora, I can't remember the exact one, and an Australian Duncan single head on the extreme right. They all look quite well, and the heat pack was still nice and warm, so I'll get those in the tank in about an hour. The firefish has been in the tank for a few days now, and he's totally happy. He comes out, spends most of his time out and about, and he's got his nice little cave that he nips into if he gets at all nervous, and he's continuing to eat like a hog, which all bodes well. One of my hermit crabs, which had disappeared, has reappeared. Goodness knows where he's been hiding. And at the back there I've got my new conch. I believe it's a strawberry conch, and he's bulldozing his way around. Let me try and zoom in a bit. Bulldozing his way around, happily churning through the sand, eating all sorts of bits and pieces. Seems quite settled. I've finally got the tank neck covers constructed. I've done it in 2-piece. They're the simplyaquaria. I think it's simplyaquaria kits. Pluses and minuses of them. They look great, nice and light, and they do the job perfectly. Very pricey. I don't know what other options there are, and in the end I just bit the bullet and bought them. I'm very happy with them, but a lot of money for what they are. The other minus is the netting that came with it was plenty long enough for the size of frame that I'd ordered, but only just, and I mean literally only just wide enough, and that was with both kits, so it wasn't just a one-off cut and narrow. They could afford to be a little bit more generous on the width. And in fact, I think if I hadn't cut down the width of the frame slightly to what I wanted, I'm not even sure if the mesh would have fit on the maximum. But either way, it's done. It's there, it's all nice and light. And of course he's only cut down the light by about 3%, I think, according to tests, which is nothing really. It's either that or fish going carpet surfing. So, job done, very happy. I've got the frags in a litre of tank water with some RX dip. I've been giving it stirs and just using an old syringe. I'm just gently basting them, stir things up. There's a couple of bugs come off, but to be honest, not much. A lot less than I was expecting might be likely. Yeah, so a few minutes of this, I think about 10 minutes maximum. And then finally they get rinsed off and then popped into the tank. My frag's safely in the tank. The Duncan's been sliming, he's not ready to come out yet. The colours on these two, absolutely stunning. I don't know if it will show up full on video, but it does on photos, so I will cut a couple of photos into the video. And this ceratopora is absolutely stunning. Let me zoom in a bit. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll give it a couple of hours and see how they look then once they're settled in a bit.